Alt season is undoubtedly here now, and with the ringing in of that change in sentiment, that move on the alts lately, I would like to show you something that is going to kind of blow your mind about altcoins. It is the one pattern, the one thing you want to be looking out for that is showing up on pretty much every altcoin right now, or is either has come through or is coming through on their charts that you want to be watching out for to spot the breakout of that coin. We're talking one pattern, one trend, one thing to rule them all on this one. It's the one line that you need on your chart. I'm going to show it to you here on Doge, and I'll show it to you on like 2 or 3 other charts as well. And then once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it any longer. So let's turn on the drawings. Boom, there it is. That is it. All right, we see a big blow off top, and then it drops. And if you take a line and you draw it from that top peak there, and you draw a trend line down to 1 or 2 or 3 of the peaks on the way down there, and once it breaks that, basically a breakout is imminent. It happened here back when I bought in September. Okay, it happened here when back in February as well. We came up, popped up, came down, and as soon as we broke the line, we took off. It happened back here in April, went up, came down in a bit of a triangular pattern, broke that trend line, went up, didn't pop all the way back up to the top there, but that was still a significant pop. Let's see how big that was. Now, I'm not saying that every single time it's going to be several hundred percentage points up, but you will see a significant move up. And here it was a 35%, which is more than most people make in a year. So there you go. There's actually another one I didn't mark right here from top to bottom. As soon as it broke it, over 100% run. Happened here as well, right? Came down dramatically there, popped up. That was about 30-ish%. You could also say from there onto this one right here, on a bigger one right there, boom, came down, broke it, and then it started coming up, went down again, boom, popped off again. Now you can see this is a really big one. So this is off of the blow off top. This is probably the one you don't want to get in on, is the one from the mega peak that comes during a bull run, which would be sometime next year, where you end up, it breaks it, and then you end up in a trough for quite a long time before it does start doing its breakout again. That's the one you want to watch out for. But if you go a bit more steep here, right, you go off the second peak from that major blow off top high, which is the post bull run high, like the mega high of the bull run. If you go off of the next one, there you go. You catch a lot closer to the bottom right down here. Much closer to the ultimate bottom when you do that. So watch that for the upcoming peak whenever it happens sometime in the next year or two. But it goes even further back. It goes even further back here on Dogecoin. Here it is again. Right there. We got that basically triangular pattern forming where it's either coming up or going flat on the bottom here, and on the top it is that trend line down from peak all the way to the trough there, and then it goes sideways through it, boom, takes off. This one was real dramatic over here, right? Blow off top, came down at an angle, popped it, boom, trend line broke, straight shot up. Same thing back here, it goes even further back. This one's all the way back to 2020. Came down in that triangular formation again, broke the trend line, boom, popped off. And that's not the only asset that does that. Let's take a look at Bonk USD. Not Bonk, Bonk. Okay, take a look at it. There it is, Bonk. And you can see, same sort of thing, right? It was coming down. As soon as it broke it, pop up. Boom, this one's got a lot less history to it. Let's go look at something with a lot of history to it. Let's see, Krill. Krill has a similar sort of thing playing out too, right? We came here, let me draw the line. Right here, boom. That one's pretty much straight down. Actually, I'd go from the second peak on this one. This is a little too high. There we go, something like that. As soon as it broke it, still went down a little bit, but then soon after pop, you got near the bottom, right? Okay, same sort of scenario going on. Where at? Let's go over. Come on, computer. I know you can do it. There we go. Same sort of scenario playing out right here. Again, right here. Again, right here. Where else is it playing out on this chart? Let's see. I think this white line probably is that same sort of thing too. It's very similar, right? It came to the top. There's some peaks down here. You could probably I probably would have done it more like this, but you still would have caught it pretty close to the bottom, and it came out, boom, popped up. Let's take a look at another one. What is another one that we can look at for this one specifically? Shiba Inu, SHIB, USD. Let's take a look here. Oh, look at that. There's one right here. Right here. We go here. Boom. Down. As soon as it broke it, you're at the bottom, popped up. Look at that. There's another one right here. This is the pattern of the memes and the altcoins right here. Right here. Here's another one right there. Like that. As soon as you hit it, you caught the bottom, took off. Same thing right here, right? You point it down, boom, caught the bottom, took off. Let's see. Are there any others on this chart specifically? And it repeats. It repeats and it repeats and it repeats. Oh, here's the blow off top over here. Let's see if we can crunch that down. Yeah, it came down, but when you get into it, it came to the bottom. It stayed at the bottom for a real long time because that was the winter, but then it did eventually pop off, and that was very close to the bottom there for SHIB. So where are some other assets where that may not have happened quite yet at? I think Ondo was one that was looking interesting. Let's take a look. Ondo already did it, but same pattern, right? You take this trend line from the top, draw it straight down across the tops there. Boom, as soon as you break it, you got in near the bottom. It floundered around a little bit and then took off. Same thing right here. You go to the top, you kind of go across the peaks there a little bit. As soon as it broke it, you were near the bottom, took off. Let's take a look at what was another one that I've been in recently. Crow. Crow had some pretty significant pops, and I think it's also got the same pattern. Yep, there it is right there. Came down like a triangle, right? Boom, as soon as it broke it, peak. Just took right off. Same sort of situation right here. We're going to skip that top right there a little bit, but as soon as we came in, you got near the bottom, pop. Let's take a look over here. One more. Another one right here. From this peak here, and you go along the tops there. As soon as you broke that line, you were in at the bottom and it took off. This is the pattern. If you spot this pattern on an altcoin, you are probably about to experience a breakout on that asset. Keep it in mind. Of course, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. This is just something I noticed, something I wanted to bring to the table since it is altcoin season, and this pattern is repeating in so many different crypto assets right now. Go get your eyes open, start drawing some trend lines, see if you can find a breakout. Bring it to us. Put it in the comments if you do spot one. I'll take a look at it as well and see if I can confirm it for you or not. I love looking at the charts. It's always fun to analyze these things and see these types of patterns and see if they will play out as expected, and they have been repeatedly over and over again. And when something repeats this much, you can expect it to likely continue to repeat. There's another thing I'm going to bring to the channel either tomorrow or the next day. I've discovered that there's a website now where you can make your own SUI token. And it's really easy. It's really easy. I'm actually going to do a tutorial on that one. It lets you make a meme token on the SUI chain. It's actually very inexpensive. It was like $7, $8 to make a token. I'm going to walk you through that. Why? Because I think it's fun. I think it's funny. We're also looking for that next 1,000,000% meme coin. It hasn't made itself known yet in this cycle. And, maybe one of you will make it. And of course, when that happens, I'm going to want that in the comments as well. Let us know what tokens you make when we go through that. And I'll do that tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to do it like just a tutorial where I mint my very own meme coin here in the next couple of days to show you how it's done. And if you're interested and you want to jump in on that train and make your own meme tokens as well on the SUI chain, we're going to do it. We're going to do it because you know what? It's fun. it's fun. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.